Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's good to see you all here again. I hope your day is going well. So today's message I pulled from my Oracle deck, the just simple angel reading cards, and I just felt drawn to pull it this morning. Well, I pulled it yesterday, but I didn't really sit with it until this morning, and I did my meditation, asked what they wanted to talk about, and everything. And the card I pulled for us is the number 12, Angel of Claircognizance. Forgive me if I said that wrong. But if you don't know what that is, it's basically the epiphany or light bulb you get. You know, whenever you have this idea that comes out of nowhere, or how you want to do something, or how maybe a project in your mind, or how you think something should be, or maybe the idea you get about someone. It can be any number of things, but what I think it means for all of us is we all have this power. We all have this gift that we receive from Spirit or our teachers or beings, whatever you wish to call or wherever you think it comes from. And they all give us messages and ideas, but we don't usually act on them. You know, we tend to let them slide, or we come up with excuses, or we like, nah, it can't be that. No, this won't work, and we don't give it the chance to come to fruition. We're filled with self-doubt, and we think it's impossible, and we come up with any number of reasons not to do so. And this message is really here today for us to realize, you know, that we have this gift and ability, and we can see it through, and we are given this sort of light bulb moment to, hey, this is for us. We can do this, and we should give it a try. Give it a go. I don't like the word try, you know, because I just, not a good word in my mind, but to give the attempt and faith in ourselves to follow this idea no matter what outcome it may lead to. And we can develop this gift even more, I think, if we sit down with ourselves through meditation or through whatever act you want to do and develop the connection between us and Source or Spirit, God, whatever term fits with you. And we sit there and we actively work on this, think about our connection, and then we take this idea into ourselves and think about, okay, how do I achieve this? What do I want to do with it? If it's about people, you know, you get that instinct of, you know, certain people you see and you just know, I don't want to be around them. Other ones, you know, I do want to be around them. You know, you get some of those people like, you know, they're an energy vampire, and others you're like, you know, they feel very nice, and I feel like we could have a lot of fun together. But the moral of this is we will never know unless we take that step forward. If we never give things a chance, we never give a chance of ourselves, we will never know if we could have done it, what it could have turned into, who we could have met if we had taken a step forward. And I am definitely guilty of this myself. I have had, especially growing up, a tremendously hard time, you know, with that light bulb moment or gut instinct of people, and it is, you know, it led me down some paths I really, you know, didn't want to go down. And, you know, I knew hanging around certain people that I didn't want to be around because I didn't like their energy. I didn't like how it mixed, but I was a bit of a pushover, and I did it anyways. I pushed those feelings aside, and it was never good or healthy for me, and I don't think it's good or healthy for any of us to ignore these feelings or moments when they happen. You know, we need to have a little faith in all of it and trust that this was divinely given to us for a reason, and that we should have faith in that reason and move forward with it. And even if in the end, you know, say whatever project or something you do just doesn't work out, you probably learned something from it, or you grew in a way that you didn't know you would do. Like, for example, when I started making these stories for YouTube and TikTok, I was extremely nervous. I kept getting these signs from the universe and saying, you should do this, you should do this. And I was not, I was not like it at all. Was extremely reclusive person. And so to put myself out here like this was like a really big step. And for a while I was against it, wouldn't do it, but eventually I decided to give it a shot, and I am extremely grateful now because I never thought I would be able to communicate with tons of different people in this sort of manner. Being that lone wolf sort of style is, and changing into being out with a huge group, being out here with everyone, it was quite the shift, and I am extremely grateful for doing it. I'm extremely grateful for Spirit for telling me to do this, and finally getting off my butt and doing so. And it took a lot of faith. I had this tight grip on how everything was and how everything was in my life was going and everything, and deep down I didn't want it to change, but my ego didn't want it to change, but I did. And so for me, it was this constant battle in myself to finally step forward and get it done. And I could not be happier with my decision. I'm so proud of myself and glad for the person I'm becoming, glad for that I gave myself the opportunity, the chance to do this. Even if this channel never goes big or, never gets far, as long as it reaches the people that it needs to or that feel called to it, I am grateful to have done it all the same. Like the other people on YouTube that I love to watch that offer messages, I'm so grateful to have received their messages and grateful to receive the push to create content like this. So I hope this video inspires you to, next time you get a light bulb moment, to go forth with a project. Don't think about reasons not to do it. Don't think about what could happen with it. Just give it a shot. Just put your faith that Spirit, God, has your back, and that is something that is meant for you to do. And you can do it. You just have to give yourself the opportunity to do so. And so I think that's going to be it for today. I'm glad you guys came and watched this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, please, and share so this video can get around. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will see you again next time.